Gloucester Apparel. Joey sees Gloucester Apparel and Pat these photos with three girl bosses. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Tess McColgan. I'm the Executive Director for Discover Gloucester.
I'm Miranda Ashleen, Head of Education for the Cape Ann Museum.
Bianca Giacoloni, owner of Castaways Vintage Cafe.
And this is a huge weekend for Gloucester. Everybody's come stopping by saying hi. I love it. But this so salty. Gloucester's so salty.
You
So
got
salty.
it. So salty.
The third annual Gloucester So Salty.
And every year it has picked up more and more momentum. And who wants to give us a little background on how this came to be?
Miranda is the planner.
Sure. So we started in 2021. It was like the Omicron surge. We were trying to figure out how to get people out doing anything with COVID and the cold. And we figured ice sculptures were a perfect way to do that. So we partnered with the Gloucester Cultural District and put up 2 ice sculptures the first year. And despite the Omicron surge, despite the cold, we had like 800 people for our weekend.
Wow.
So last year we used that momentum to reach out to a lot more partners, and we were thrilled because, it can be a kind of quiet time. So we want to show people we're still here, we're still proud, we're still salty. And so we got 10 ice sculptures last year and 2,000 people came out.
Oh my goodness.
So we've got just as many ice sculptures this year, a ton more partners, and we're hoping to get even more people downtown.
There's a lot going on, and it's cultural, it's retail, it's cafes, as Bianca's going to tell you in a little bit, but there's something for everyone. There's great value, there's great visual, and it's completely unique to our city, which makes it even better.
Yeah.
Tess, why don't you talk about some of the cultural things that people can do?
Sure. So Cape Ann Museum has been the primary leader of this and planner of this event since it started, and they have actually a lot going on. You guys will have crafts, you'll have live music performances.
Yep. We're free all weekend. 3 sheets to the wind. We'll be singing sea shanties. We've got the Gloucester singer-songwriters swap Sunday afternoon.
What does that mean?
So we've got Alexandra Grace, Josh Cominelli, Ava James, and Corey Rinn, 4 local singer-songwriters who will all be sharing songs together for 90 minutes on the Cape Ann Museum stage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very cool, yeah.
You can also get salty poetry snippets at Dogtown Books, which is a local Main Street merchant.
So wait a second, I want to stop you right there.
Okay.
And I reserve the right to butt in.
Yeah.
As it is,
It's your spot. We're in your space.
It is my show. So I went, by the way, yesterday, freezing cold.
Freezing cold.
Bitter cold. I always when I'm in the shop here, I take a walk down Main Street. I popped in there. There's literally 8 people perusing the shelves there. That guy is.
Dogtown Books?
Yeah, Lucas
Yeah,
is
Lucas.
banging it there. He's made that into a little cultural beehive.
Oh, it's awesome. They
Yeah.
have really cool, historic Gloucester books.
They do.
If you go in there, you can find stuff from a long time ago.
Yeah.
And they're amazing partners. They're always down to share. Both Lucas and Caroline have been huge supporters of So Salty from the beginning. If you look, you got to look for their window display. Them and the bookstore of Gloucester always put things all over their windows, which is super fun.
There you go.
All right, let's see. What else? We have Fishtails happening at Gloucester Stage Friday night. So that'll be really cool. There's also a Gloucester So Salty kickoff happening at 7 p.m. at Salted Cod Art House on Rocky Neck.
Love that place.
Local gallery Juliet Lockwood's going to be doing Strike a Pose with a framed photo. So she's actually down the end of Main Street. So that's if you want to expand your Gloucester So Salty experience a little farther. If you're feeling really brave in the cold and you have those hand warmers. Everyone should get some of those hand warmers.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cold.
It's going to be cold, which is good for ice.
Good for ice sculptures.
Good for fingers. So
Good for ice sculptures.
Great when you stop at all of our local cafes to get warm drinks afterwards.
Yes.
there's also going to be Shim Sham Shimmy
Tap dance.
Shim Sham Shimmy Tap Dance demo from Magma at Magma. They're also going to be doing something really special that's going to be out in the public. I'll let Miranda tell you about. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, the whole event is just celebrating the quirky, salty nature of Gloucester. It's fun. Anytime we can think of something that makes us laugh, we add it to the event. So you may or may not be able to find a flock of dancing seagulls somewhere on Main Street between 2 and 3 p.m. on Saturday.
Wow. Nice.
So keep your eyes out. Come and get a selfie with a seagull.
Selfie with a seagull. Let's go.
Selfie with a seagull. Salty Soul. So from 8 to 11, this is Saturday, yeah.
Yep.
Saturday night. There'll be a night of funk, soul, and R&B spun on vinyl by Gloucester's own DJ Enzo Arcari at the Cut.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
wait,
is-
I'm gonna stop you one more time.
Stop me.
And the only reason I'm gonna say is, we're gonna say all this and you're gonna forget half of it. Where's the website that
Okay,
people
yeah.
could go and get all this, like, the schedule?
The breakdown,
Yeah.
capeandmuseum.org.
capeandmuseum.org. Okay.
They should be able to just navigate from the homepage. There is a
Yeah.
more specific link that I'll send you,
Okay.
but yeah, the homepage is, you'll find it. It's
Yeah.
there's a big list, and then there's also an interactive digital map. You know, we love those Google Maps, so people can like have that on their phone and take it with them while they're walking around.
And if you just Google Gloucester So Salty, it comes right up.
Yeah.
That's what I did the other day. It's
Yeah.
like the first, you can just find it.
There you go, right,
Yeah.
And
right.
we'll have printed maps at the Cape Ann Museum, so you can do it online, or you can come actually walk around with maps. One of my favorite things last year was to watch everybody
Yeah.
walking around
Yeah,
the street
yeah.
trying to find all the ice sculptures.
Yeah, so we jumped in late because we literally just signed our lease 5 days ago
Yeah.
or 6
And we're
days
so
ago.
excited.
Yeah, and so we're not on the map, but I want everybody to know that we are open, and we'll
Yes.
talk about what we're going to do a little bit later. So when you're down here and you get your map, keep your head up a little bit so you can see different places that
Yeah, don't.
we're
Yeah.
going to be doing stuff.
Well, you're right between two ice sculptures. We've got Sawyer Free Library is doing the love of reading. They're also doing make your own ice cream Saturday morning with the
wow.
open door. So 10:30 to 12:30, you can stop by and
It's
make your
totally
own
free.
ice cream. All totally free. And then there's another one sponsored by Gloucester Accommodations. So a whole group of hotels that came together to sponsor an ice sculpture at the Sargent House Museum. And they're doing a play on heads in beds, which is that like hotel phrase of how many people stay.
Yeah.
So it'll be a sleeping mermaid
Oh,
at the
cool.
Sargent House Museum.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right, I'm gonna throw out a few more cultural things, and then I'm gonna let these two start talking about business stuff. Capoeira. So there'll be capoeira demonstration at Magma
A what?
Saturday.
What is that?
Capoeira.
What's that?
It's a Brazilian performance dance that
Okay.
kind of combines martial arts and dance. So it's a big part of the Brazilian culture locally.
Cool. A lot of Brazilians
Really
here.
cool to see.
It's an
happen.
amazing. You should definitely check it out. Whether you like dance, martial arts, or just maybe getting out of the cold for a little bit, you can
Yeah.
go up to Magma at 2:30, I think, p.m. on Sunday.
I have 2:30. 2
Perfect.
2
Two.
to 2:30, and then 2:30 to 3:30 is the Shim Shammy tap dance demo in class. There are a ton of reasons to get out of the cold too, which I think is important to note because like there's a lot to see, there's a lot to do. There's 10 ice sculptures to go visit, but they're every stop along the way in between each ice sculpture there's something to do inside, to go get a coffee, to go shop at a shop sale, come get your merch here and some cool something that I'll let Joey tell you about. There's a lot to do inside too. Okay, I think, and then the last thing I want to mention is strengthen your salty voice in a voice and embodiment class with Lane's Coven's Lily Narbonne. And that will be at CAM on Sunday from 11:30 to 1. And then one really fun announcement that Miranda helped make happen alongside the part-time arts and culture and events coordinator at the city, Kate, who's wonderful, is that the city's going to name a snowplow.
During So Salty.
And yeah, during So Salty.
Let me take that for 1 sec. So when you're watching this, once it's uploaded and you're watching it, I'm going to make sure. So that right there, you pause the video, take out your cell phone, and you can actually enter your suggestion
That's right.
for one of the city's snowplow
What do you
names.
think it should be named, Joey?
Put him on the spot.
Yep.
Yeah, you did.
That's
didn't you?
okay. He puts everybody on the spot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I do. I like that. I'm gonna go with the thirsty snowplow.
Yeah, that's a good
Well,
one.
we'll think about it. We'll
Yeah.
let you know about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You can put it in the QR code with everybody else.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's actually inspired by Katie and the Big Snow by Virginia Lee Burton, and so we'll have works by her in the museum, of course. And Mayor Virga's going to come out Sunday morning and read Katie and the Big Snow at 10 a.m. in the CAM Library and Archives. So you can head over, listen to the story, then go to City Hall. We'll have a real snowplow there. DPW is going to bring out a snowplow. And then we'll have an ice sculpture of a snowplow. So you have lots of inspiration.
Lots of it.
Yeah.
If you think of a
Yes,
different
we're going
name
with
between now and then.
Yeah. I think this dovetails into Bianca doing what she's doing, because I think you're gonna need to be warm. And I think
Yeah.
you could go to Castaways and get yourself a nice warm beverage.
Yep, so we're going to be doing free salted caramel lattes It can be warm. They can also be iced for us New Englanders.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
Great. You're really
always
dedicated.
iced. So we'll be open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. both days. You can come on in, just kind of mention that you're on the So Salty kind of tour, walking around, and we'll get you warmed up with a free salted caramel latte.
And you can buy
If
a
you buy
ton of other
something.
ones.
If you
Buy
buy
something warm or buy
Another
smoothie.
coffee or
So
smoothie.
as an example, what she's wearing right now,
Yeah.
her nice, warm, cozy. She's got so much great swag.
Yeah, they do.
But those
And warm
sweatshirts-
swag.
warm
Yes,
swag, yeah.
warm swag is where
We
it's
have
at.
some really cool après ski repurposed jackets
Yeah,
down
those are
there. Those are all
cool.
one of a kind. So you can kind of make a stop down there, and we'll be there.
And what are some of the other places in town that are going to be doing, like sales and or whatnot that's
Yeah.
related to this?
Here, I got one for you. We've got 50% off chocolate chip cookies at Source Bakery. We've got 20% off at Cape Ann Olive Oil of salt products. Cape Ann Olive Oil is also going to have one of the ice sculptures, so make sure to stop by. You're really going to
We're
be
in the
surrounded
Bermuda
by
Triangle of ice sculptures.
Nobody's going to miss you, don't worry.
Yes.
We've got saltwater taffy at Firefly's Boutique, so you can just go in and grab some saltwater taffy. The
And
books-
check out their adorable.
and check out their adorable clothes.
There's-
The bookstore of Gloucester is doing 10% off select salty books, and they also do this really cool thing called a salty blind date with a book,
yeah.
where they wrap it in paper.
If you're an ambitious reader.
Yeah,
You don't,
yeah. So you don't
gonna
know
meet
what
a
you're
new book.
buying,
Oh.
right? And they make it a secret. So it's a blind date, but it's
Oh.
a salty blind date with a book from Bookstore of
Jeez,
Gloucester.
my mind was going all over the place.
I know. We'll move right along.
You
So,
want to get hot mead toddies.
oh, that's true.
You do not want to skip out on hot mead toddies, which is happening at Cape Ann Museum, but with 1634 meadery.
So
Yeah.
so that mead is
It's a honey liquor.
and are they charging for those?
They are charging for those,
Okay.
but it's
I'm
the
sure they
only
have the
time you
card
get of
too,
at the museum.
right? I
Yep.
mean, yeah.
They'll also have hot chocolate and just hot tea if you don't want meat in it. But
Is
you
that
can-
1623 mead or something?
1634.
1634
I know, we
mead.
gotta think outside
Yeah,
the box.
yeah. Right. No, I know those people. I think they're
Yeah.
teachers at Hamilton Wenham.
Yeah, they're awesome. They dove right in. They're gonna set up in the Cam Courtyard from 12 to 5 on Saturday.
Cool.
So you can come in. There'll be 2 ice sculptures right there in our courtyard, and you can stand around, have your hot mead toddy, and then go in for free admission at the museum.
I know Design of Mine is doing something.
They're
they-
doing a discount.
50% off all Salty Crew apparel. It's a pretty good one.
Big
And then a
one.
pair of earrings with every $50 or more. And they're also just doing a big blowout winter sale right
Yeah,
now.
a lot
That's
of stuff.
40%
Yeah, I
off.
see the sign of that. It was at 40% off.
Yeah, 40%
that's
off
a
everything.
great deal.
Yep.
Local colors, while supplies last, and they're just up the street.
Yeah.
My buddy Melissa and a number of other artists there are doing paint assault though fish from 12 to 2 on Saturday. So any little ones who want to go paint a fish, their parents can check out all the cool art, the crafts in there and the art in there for sale while they paint that fish.
Yep, we've got 20% off bath salts at Good Linens. So after you get your salty poetry snippets at Dogtown Books, go right next door. Truly, it'll take you like 3 hours just to walk down the street
Yeah.
with everything
Yes.
that's
If you-
going
So it's
on.
good to pop into each store,
Every
buy and
single
warm
store.
up.
And you can
Yeah.
always come back if it's too busy. You can do a loop. And the Sargent House Museum, I forgot to mention this earlier, they're going to be open for mini tours of the museum from 12 to 3. They're right near you here on Saturday as well.
And we also, one of the ice sculptures is from Gloucester 400 plus anniversary. They're doing a big thank you Gloucester ice sculpture. It'll be right in front of their office. And I think they might be doing like the buoy pickup from the Christmas tree.
Oh, because I saw
with
it
Art Newman.
when I
All
was
the
driving
buoys are
down.
in
Yeah,
there
the
now.
buoys are stacked up there.
Yep. So you can drop by 400 plus too.
Okay, also, so all of the ice sculptures are in a walkable vicinity, and most of the activities are. However, we have some friends who are a little farther away but still want to be a part of it, like Tobin and Cape Ann Marina and Mile Marker 1. So if you want to start the day by eating breakfast in an igloo, we highly suggest it. They're over at 75 Essex Ave, and you can reserve an igloo online. They also have a salty cocktail on the menu right now, which would be cool.
They have great winter cocktails.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah,
that
all their
chocolate
chocolate's
tequila, hot chocolate tequila
that sounds great.
drink. It's ridiculous.
That sounds really good.
It's on a
That
daily.
sounds like a good way to start your Saturday.
Great way to
Start it
start.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
This is the first year we're really doing after hours. We've been so excited that we've had business partners pick it up. So the Cut is doing free music with Corey Rin from 5:30 to 6:30 on Saturday, followed by the dueling DJs that Tess mentioned at 8 p.m. So you can look at the ice sculptures all day and then go warm up with some live music Saturday night. And similarly, we've got the Friday night kickoff she mentioned. So it's really a full weekend. That's why we've got our hotels involved. I know there's also
There's some
25% off room rates at the Blue Shutters. So you can stay overnight and make a whole weekend out of it if you're not lucky enough to live here with us.
Right.
I'm gonna mention my stuff.
Please.
So these fleece. No, I got it. I think I got it. Yeah. These fleece beanies, fleece lined beanies, I should say, are insanely warm. So if you're walking down the street, I can't keep these in stock, but I will have extras for that day. And
Is this any of the designs?
any of the
So you got,
designs? Yeah, the Thirsty Seagull
I
one.
know, I should have worn mine.
I know,
I'm
B.
leaving
What the hell,
one
B?
more.
I was a little rushed this
You're
morning.
You're here, that's what matters.
Oh, good. This isn't backwards too.
controversial but stylish.
Yeah. No, jeez, you had to pull that one out, didn't you? Yeah, these right here. I'm telling you, if you get a beanie and it's not lined, just throw it in the trash. Throw it in the trash and get one of these because it makes all the difference in the world. And then I got just a couple new styles. These corduroy, wide wheel corduroy caps, the lobster logo, a fire. And this is what came in last night. And I'm super proud of these because I designed this logo right here. But I want to show you, this is 3 hats in one. So you get, I don't know if you can pick up the USA on that. It says USA right there. You get the Velcro USA cap. So that's 2. And then the patch that I designed with the Velcro on the back, you get that sick logo right there, the American flag with a lobster on it.
Are you gonna keep making patches? Like if
I-
they get one, can they collect
You know something?
more patches later? And
Yeah, I probably will. And
Yeah.
you know what the scary thing is, though? I looked at my bill in the last 2 months and how much I've spent on patches, and it's like I think
long-term plan.
I think it's half of the entire rent for the whole year for this place I spent on patches.
on patches.
On patches.
All right.
So I need
So
to
come out and get some
yeah.
patches.
Doing patch
So-
heavy.
I like this one. This one looks new. The
Yeah, oh,
no,
yeah.
the tan one next to you too.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Oh, this
Yeah, that
this
looks
kind of
nice.
retro,
That's
that
nice.
retro,
Yeah, I like
right?
that.
I like
That's
that a
fire,
lot.
right? Yeah, the
Yeah.
kids see parents.
More
Parents
retro.
probably won't appreciate this as much as anyone that's under the age of like 35 or 37. This is fire, and all the fleets are 35.
Oh,
But
nice.
what
That's
we're
a
doing,
special.
but what we're doing special for this day is, can you grab those patches right there? So
These?
any yeah, and just one of each. So any purchase, you get a sticker. You get a $3 sticker for free with any purchase. And if you talk about salty, Thirsty Seagull is definitely, I think that goes in with the salty
salty.
theme.
I like that a lot.
I think the lobster, I think that goes with the salty. And I think the GMG logo, Good Morning Gloucester logo, is salty as well. So we are all about it. All of our merchandise
So
is
wait, if
basically,
you buy a piece of merchandise, you get one of those?
you get a
for
free sticker.
What?
Free sticker. Let's go.
Fun.
Let's go. Yeah, and yeah, the merchandise is already like really priced pretty attractively
Yeah.
to begin with. But like, we want you to come down and shop in all of the shops. Design of Mine, Bianca's shop. I mean, there's a million
Yeah.
unbelievable shops.
Sounds
Now-
like pretty much everyone kind of on the street is.
We tried. Tess and I
participating
walked
at some
up and
point.
down the
Yeah.
street and knocked doors.
Yeah,
You know, we
yeah,
did
you guys.
yeah. So it's gonna be a blast. Come on in. What time are you gonna be open, B?
6 a.m.
6
So
a.m.
that's your first stop right
Good
there.
shit.
We don't start till 10.
Get started early.
Okay, do you want to know what some of the sculptures are, or should we leave that up to
Well, let's say how many there are.
10?
And they range from what area of the city, from what is the parameters of the width of the where you could find them?
So I would start at the museum and City Hall, and then you make a curve down from the cut down Main Street to the library, and they're all right in that radius.
There
So
you
it's
go.
really tight. If you want to just go through and see them all, you can do it really quick, but obviously you can make a whole day out of
And
it.
so, who are these? Are these professional ice sculpture people?
Yeah, so Don Chappelle from Brilliant Ice, based out of North Andover. He actually used to work with Cape Pond Ice, but they just don't make the giant big ice box anymore. So he makes all of our ice sculptures. He also does all of them for Boston's first night. So he is the guy to do
And
ice
Salem So
sculptures.
Sweet.
And he does some of them. I think there's others who work
Okay.
for Salem So Sweet. But yeah, he's done it every single year. He's awesome. And he'll do every single one of the ice sculptures.
There you go. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming down. Thanks for
Thank
all you're
you.
doing for the city.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And we'll see you at So Salty.
We'll see you. Come get salty
Girl
with us.
bosses, give me that one more time.
Oh yeah, that's the
Yeah.
Vote in the name of a snowplow.
Do that, and you'll be able to vote for the name of Gloucester's snowplow, one of Gloucester's snowplows. And I'll take this. Go to the website, thecapeairmuseum.org, and for all the stuff that we just talked about, you'll find it there as well. Thank you, guys.
All
Thank
right.
you.